Hi, it's Amy and Tim, and we are here in Budapest. We left Krakow exhausted. So first of all, we walked almost 27 miles in 2.5 days there. That doesn't even include all the standing on the tours that we did. So we were plumb tuckered out, as my dad says.
And then we had a flight to catch. I think it was at 7 a.m.
It was an 8 a.m. flight, but we had to be at the airport 2 hours early, and we had a lot of traffic getting into town on our way in.
So we were up at 4 o'clock in the morning to get prepared, to make sure that we caught our shuttle, just to make sure that we were extra ready for the flight. We didn't want to miss the flight.
No, we did not want to miss our flight. And so we ordered a car service on the internet to pick us up at our Airbnb at 5 in the morning. And so we weren't going to be messing around with the subway at 4 in the morning. There's only so much that we're willing to do to be cheap. And so this was kind of a splurge, worth its splurge.
Yes,
it was like maybe $22 or so, give or take $1. And the guy ended up, while there was a lot of traffic coming in, there was no traffic at 5 in the morning, so we got to the airport in less than 20 minutes, and so we were at the airport really early. We got to the lounge, which is nice. But so when we go to so now we're in Budapest, and since we were so tired, we got our way to the ATM.
Yep, and every time we show up in a country, we get cash out immediately, and because of one of the
out
features,
of the ATM.
Right, one of the features of our ATM card is that we don't pay any fees, and so we get out a small amount of cash. Also, it's important to get out smaller denominations because usually people don't want you showing up with a $100 bill and you're going to buy a soft drink or something like that. So it's nice to have smaller bills, and so we get out smaller amounts of cash because it doesn't cost us anything to get cash out, and also it's just convenient to have smaller bills.
Yeah, and then we needed to do some laundry. So Poland, it was hot and sweaty, so we wanted to do a load of laundry. We went onto Google, just typed in the word laundromat, and found one that was about a half mile away. So we have a video about the laundromat, we have a video about the ATM coming up, and we were really lucky. We are staying, this is our lobby, at the Radisson Blu in Budapest. It's a really lovely hotel. We're in their lobby, and they let us check in at 11 in the morning. So one last quick thing,
great.
We took when we arrived to the airport, we took taxis in Krakow because we were exhausted and had early, late, crazy. That's a unique exception. But when we got to Budapest, we took a bus to the subway, and in the Budapest airport they have a very helpful kiosk of people who speak English and sell you tickets for the public transportation. And so we made our way kind of slowly to town, but we were not in a big rush.
It's very inexpensive, like $3.
Yeah, very cheap. And when we got to our hotel at 11 in the morning, they checked us in. So we crashed, we took a hard nap, we had a walking tour planned, but after our long day, we had very poor sleep the night before and every single day beforehand. So we just crashed instead and pushed the walking tour off to another day. So stay tuned, because we are going to be playing a couple of videos about our laundromat, about our hotel, about our ATM, and that's it for the beginning of Budapest. Gotta get it right.
Watching. Hi, it's Tim. We just arrived here in Budapest at the ATM machine, so we just got off the airplane. So we have a card with Charles Schwab that allows us to not be charged any fees when we show up at these machines. So as soon as we show up at the airport, we go and get cash. And so something that we also do is we get the least amount of money that we think we're going to need, because we can go to the ATM machine as many times as we want. So even though this charges 920 forints in order to get out 8,000 forints, which is a huge fee, Charles Schwab actually reimburses us for that fee, so it doesn't cost us anything to get money out of this ATM machine. So basically we just pay the conversion rate, whatever it is, and so it's a great way. This card allows us to get out the right amount of money that we need whenever we need it. So as soon as we show up, we get a little cash, and then we're good to go for the entire time we're here. Hi, we just arrived in Budapest, and we're staying at the Radisson Blu. So we actually are going to be in Budapest for 4 nights. We're only going to stay here 2 because we're trying to burn up some Radisson points that we've had for a long time. We had a hard time using them. Their program changed, and so it's no longer very good. But nonetheless, this is the last use of our points, and then we're going to have to move to another hotel, which is actually kind of cool. We're going to actually be staying on the water here. And so we're going to give you a quick tour of our room, just show you around, and here you go. So this room is actually pretty decent size for what we've experienced in Europe. But they have coffee service, they have some free water, they have a bed that's large, which is unusual, and they have some nice storage space here, and then they have a nice bathroom. All of this is pretty much in line with what we would see back in the States. So far we're happy. We did read online that the air conditioning is a little weak, and as we walked in the room, it is a little weak, but we'll see. So it seems like it's going to be great here, so excited to be here.
Hi, we just had our first meal in Budapest, Hungary, and it's this place behind us with the white awning. It's they sell what's called LANGOS, is how I think it's pronounced. And I'm going to show I'm going to show a couple pictures from this experience, but you'll see that just a couple of little benches outside, just 4 tables and chairs. So a little crazy. It looks like it's going to pour rain, but it was worth eating.
It was. If you've ever had Indian fry bread in the States, it's very similar to Indian fry bread.
But the bread is better.
The one that we had was simply bread, sour cream, and then it had some like cheddar cheese on the top, some shredded cheddar cheese.
I think it's all about the fried bread on the bottom.
Right.
So it is not. It's like almost like it had a little sweetness to it, like a fresh donut. Obviously, it's not a donut because it's a savory meal.
It is fried bread, so
yeah, we did. So it's 4:30. We're just eating lunch. It's been a long day. We got up. We started our day at 4 in the morning, and we're just having our lunch at 4:30 in the afternoon. So here's the thing: is if you're like completely freaked out by pigeons, you might want to skip this place because pigeons walked over my feet. They would like come to your table and sit down.
Then sit down. We saw 2 walk into the restaurant, like they're like anyway, they had to shoo them out of the restaurant.
Yes, so they're very bold pigeons. One sat at a chair with us like he was waiting to be served. So anyway, the picture that I'm going to show you, that cost $3. So, and it fed both of us for a meal that we haven't eaten in 10 hours. So that's there you go. That's a good value. We love it. So come on over and get your LANGOS.
Here it is.